Has many questions tonight, but not many answers about a deadly midnight cruise on the James River.
But here's what we do know. There were 10 people on board when that sailboat flipped around midnight. After hours in the cold, dark water, a tugboat captain ran into that sinking boat and called for help. Chopper 10 was there every step of the way as crews search for survivors. Tonight, 8 people are alive. One man didn't make it, and another is still missing. We do have live team coverage, and we're going to start with 10 on your side's Jason Marks in Isle of Wight. Jason.
Tom, I can tell you that crews are still searching the James River about 4 miles from where we are looking for that missing boater. Now, we are in Rescue, Virginia, here in Isle of Wight County, a very fitting name because rescuers are hoping for a miracle by finding that boater. Virginia State Marine Police tow back a 22-foot sailboat back to shore. It overturned, turning what was meant to be a fun night for friends into a night they'll never forget.
This is a tragic incident here.
Tragedy struck just before midnight. From Chopper 10, you can see the small boat floating in the James River. On board, 10 friends sailing from Newport News towards Hampton.
It's a small boat for that number of people. Officials
aren't sure what caused the boat to flip and caused the friends to be thrown into the water.
That's why we can't emphasize enough the importance of wearing life jackets. In this case, life jackets were on board the 22-foot sailing vessel, but nobody was wearing them.
The life jackets were trapped underneath the boat. It was pitch black, but 5 of the friends managed to swim almost 3 miles to safety.
It was clearly a very harrowing experience for them, being trapped in the middle of the night, in the middle of the water, and basically swimming for their lives.
Only Chopper 10 can show you the dramatic rescue as crews work to save 4 other victims still floating in the James, one by one helping them to safety.
Thankfully, they were able to survive in these conditions for this long. They're in their 20s. That definitely was a beneficial thing all the way around.
The victims were taken to the hospital, but one didn't make it. 23-year-old Tyler Lorenzi died from his injuries. According to his social media site, Lorenzi worked at NASA Langley. And they are hoping to find that missing boater alive, of course. Now, we're told that that search will go on for a short time later. Once it gets dark, they will call it off for the night, start again tomorrow morning. Now, we're told they're not only searching the James River, they're also searching its banks, hoping to find the 24-year-old man maybe clinging to life. That's the latest here in Rescue, Virginia. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
All of our hopes and prayers with that outcome, of course. Thank you, Jason. We continue our team coverage now with Andy Fox at the hospital where everyone on board was taken this morning. What's going on there, Andy?
Yeah, Tom, 9 were brought here, 8 were treated and released by 1 p.m. Tyler Lorenzi, of course, died. Ironically, when he was at Northwestern University outside Chicago, he was on the sailing team. He was also a photographer, and in 2009, one of his pictures appeared in Sail magazine. Tonight, he's gone, his family and friends grieving. 23-year-old Tyler Lorenzi, described by friends as brilliant. He was an associate research engineer here at the National Institute of Aerospace in Hampton. Lorenzi did his research at NASA Langley. On his Facebook page, Tyler Lorenzi said he loved to ski. His philosophy, go big or go home. Last night, he and 9 friends left from this dock on a sailboat for what is believed to be a night cruise. Tyler was the only NIA employee, and 6 on board were graduate students at NIA. They left the mouth of the deep creek, headed for the James River when tragedy struck. As we now know, 10 were on board. 1 is missing. 5 swam to shore. 4, including Lorenzi, stayed near the boat. 3 were rescued from the water, and Lorenzi's body was pulled from the river. He would later die at Riverside. Today, those that work at NIA stunned by what happened. Lorenzi's boss, Robert Lindbergh, told us the goal of his research was to develop surface-engineered material systems to prevent insect contamination on aircraft wings and radiation absorption. Today at the house where the party was held, those who lived through an amazing survivor story gathered inside. No one answered the door. Grief here, and at NIA, where grief counselors will be part of the workforce on Monday. course, there's a lot of regret among the friends, and there is also the reality that this, Tom, could have been so much worse than the way it turned out. And of course, we all are hoping that that missing boater is found alive. Again, everyone is just stunned at NIA. I walked through it. They did not want to do an on-camera interview, but there was a stunned silence, a sadness that you cannot really put into words. They are just devastated at NIA. In Newport News, Andy Fox, 10 on your side. Tom, back to you.
Big question, of course, how did it all happen? Something we have to figure out. All right, thank you, Andy.